Good afternoon. We are back in the kitchen. Y'all, I have got a boatload of squash that was given to me. I don't even know what to do with it all. So I'm gonna show you some ways to use your summer squash and zucchini. I feel like for most recipes, squash and zucchini are kind of interchangeable, but I like both and I like to interchange both in different recipes. So I'm gonna show you a few recipes today, and then I'm also going to be preserving some. Now, a few videos ago, I showed y'all how I like to dehydrate my squash. I love having that on my shelves. That way I can use it all, winter long. I can have all those yummy baked goods and other recipes that I can have through the winter months using, that summer produce. So I've already got some dehydrated. If I have some left that don't have good skins and that I need something to do with, I will definitely dehydrate more. It's just gonna depend. I do have a few recipes that I wanna share with y'all. And then this is a Rebel canning technique. So y'all know, I told y'all, y'all don't come for me. It's my choice to do this. If you're not okay with that, that's totally fine, but this is my house, my kitchen, my rules. So I like to can my squash. I canned some last year. Let me get a jar, hold on. Here's a couple jars. I canned some last year. Love having this on hand. You can drain it, rinse it off, pat it dry. You can fry it. You can add it into soups. You can drain it and then make this into a casserole. So many different recipes that you can do. I have used these. We've not died. We've been okay. But this time around, I want to slice them. That way they're in rings, and that way I can deep fry them, bread them and fry them, because we like, fried squash as well. Last year I did that. I did the breaded squash, but I froze it. And I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't a huge fan, and also having it in my freezer wasn't very convenient in my opinion. So that's why this year I'm going to can more of it, because I don't know what it is for me. If I have it on my shelf and I can see it, I'm more apt to use it than trying to dig through my freezer, because y'all know I have those two big chest freezers. They're jam-packed. I would love to have a stand-up freezer, but that's just not in the cards right now, maybe in the future. So for me, and have it, the convenience of it, I love canning it. So we're gonna process some. I've already showed, I'll have that video linked where I dehydrated it. I'm not gonna show that again because I just shared that. So y'all can check out that video if you want to know how to dehydrate. You can dehydrate the squash or zucchini. I've got both actually in my pantry over here. When I get some zucchini, I do plan on doing more as well. But I've got one full quart jar of yellow squash, so I would like to do another one. So these little ones, that just aren't very good, that is what I like to do for, do with those, because you're not wasting them, you're still using them, and you can still, feed your family different recipes throughout the winter months, and it's not going to waste. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna go through and pick out the really, really good ones, the ones with the really good clean skins. And then those are the ones that I'm going to can. And then the rest, we'll just figure things out, because like I said, I do have several recipes that I want to share with you guys. I have just washed my squash. I've tried to pick the best looking ones, and I'm just gonna cut them up. And get them into my jars. I've prepared 4 jars, and I'm not sure how many I'm gonna need. We'll just see. Don't forget that I am an affiliate through 4 Jars. Y'all know how much I love their lids. I've got a coupon code, and my affiliate link is always in the description box if y'all are interested. Of course, there are several different ways that you can preserve and put up your summer squash and zucchini. That way you can have it year round. I talked about how I dehydrated it a couple videos ago. Don't forget, I will have that video linked down below so y'all can see how I did that. I will definitely be dehydrating more of this because I still have a ton of squash to go through. And then once I get some zucchini, I will do that as well. Of course, you can also freeze it. I do have a video on that. I'll have that video linked down below as well if y'all are interested in freezing it. Of course, you can just slice it as is. That way you can add it into different recipes plain, or you can go ahead and bread it and then flash freeze it. And I'm pretty sure I shared that in that video. So y'all can check that out in the description box. Okay, I've got the squash started in the canner, and I'm gonna shred up some of this to have for recipes. So last week I made squash bread, and y'all, I liked it better than regular zucchini bread. It was so good. So I'm gonna make some more of that, share that recipe with you guys. We've been having squash as a side dish for a couple weeks now because we've been getting so much of it from people. If only I could get mine to grow in the garden. Still cannot get mine to grow, but at least I've got friends and family close that is giving me some. So I'm just gonna shred a few of these, and then we'll just use them for different recipes. The canner's starting to make noises, so y'all just bear with me. So I'm just going to take and wring out any liquid that is in the squash. The recipe that I'm using for this squash bread, I will have linked down below for y'all. Now, the last time I made it, I thought, in my opinion, it needed a little bit more spice. So instead of adding vanilla this time, I'm gonna add some pumpkin pie spice extract, and I think that that's gonna kind of balance out the spice. But of course, the recipe will be linked down below so y'all can follow it to a T. But I'm just gonna mix everything together, and then we'll get it in the oven and get it baked up. But I'm telling you, I like this way better than just regular zucchini bread. I don't know, the texture's better. I don't know, I just like this better. The canner just went off, so it is still hissing. But we're gonna make some squash fritters. The recipe that I am following, I'll have links down below. Y'all know the drill. I do not have any fresh onions. I need to go to the grocery store, but I just haven't yet. Working with what we got. But y'all know I do that a lot around here. So I'm gonna add in my squash. And what I have done is I have reconstituted some dehydrated onions. I know it does not look very, very good, but it smells really good. These are just some of the dehydrated onions that I did a while back, and I just put a little bit of hot water in there, not too much. I just wanted them, you know, to kind of reconstitute a little bit. And I'm going to drain this liquid, and then we will add these in. You can use fresh, you can use minced, use what you got. So as you can see, the mixture is a little dry, but y'all know that squash has a ton of moisture in it. So we're gonna let this sit for about 5 minutes and let that moisture come out, and it's gonna help bring that batter together, and then we will get on it fried. Okay, I've got my oil here in my pan heating up. I'm gonna show y'all 2 ways that you can check if your oil is ready. One way is taking a chopstick or like a wooden spoon, like the back of a wooden spoon, put it down in the oil, and if it bubbles around, then you know that it is ready. Or you can take a little bit of flour and kind of just like sprinkle a little bit in there, and if it sizzles, then you know it's done. Or I like to take a little bit of like whatever I'm frying and kind of put in there. And as y'all see, it's bubbling, so the oil is ready. So I'm just gonna add it in there. We're just gonna get all of these fried up. Also wanted to show you guys how that batter got nice and perfect. It's not dry anymore. You just let it sit for a little bit. Now this is for squash and zucchini. That moisture is going to come out more. Even though you wring your squash and zucchini out, there's still so much water. So just let that batter sit for a few minutes and it will be perfect. I just like to get some color on both sides, and then I put them on a paper towel. I do like to sprinkle a little bit of salt on there after they come out, but that's totally up to you. It smells so good in here. I love this squash bread. I really hope y'all give it a try. I'm about to eat me a piece with some butter on top because it's still warm. And then these squash fritters are perfect for any weeknight. It's a great side dish. Or you could even do this and serve like with a like a mayonnaise flavored dip and have it as like an appetizer. My favorite piece is the ends. I love it. I got me some butter on there. I'm gonna sit and enjoy this. Take me a little break. The pressure canner is finally quiet, but it's still not enough to open it yet. Once those open, I will show y'all those. I will have to process that one jar by itself because my electric canner, which I have any of my canning stuff, I have linked to my Amazon storefront if y'all are interested. Anything that I share in my videos, if I get it from Amazon or can find it on Amazon, I always have it linked. Y'all can find that in the description box. but it only holds 4 quart jars, which I've got another one on the way. It's just not here yet. I was so excited. I knew that I wanted to order a second one because I absolutely love this one. So I will have to process that 1 jar, but I'll show you all the 4 that I've already processed and once they come out. But I had a very productive day today. I'm super happy. I hope y'all enjoyed today's video. I hope it gave you some inspiration and motivation. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye, guys.